Kaschid ashtadasanyeshu swapakshe dasha panchacha tribirivajnataihi astitirtani charakaihi jnataihi vatsi jnataihi vetsi. Sorry, there is a okay. So he now establishes some principles of intelligence gathering. He says, Kaschit ashtadasanyeshu. Your intelligence gathering must happen in 18 departments. Ashtadashanyeshu. In 18 departments, your intelligence gathering must happen. Swapakshe, that is as far as outside. Then Swapakshe, Dasha Panchacha, 15. So there are 3 exempted now. If intelligence gathering within your own system is 15, intelligence gathering from outside the system is 18. That's what he is saying. He is saying 18 departments of intelligence gathering when it comes to outside. It's my other country or something like that. And 15 departments on which you should have actually profound principles of administration. You see those 18 departments. Very nice. We talk about, in modern parlance, we talk about checks and balances. Those checks and balances are available, are the exact those 18 departments. When I saw it, I was really stunned. Okay. So he says, and then he says, look at that is the first thing. He says 18 departments. So he should say, where are you have to collect so that the checks and balances are in place. Then look at the second sentence. In second sentence, he says, Tribihi, right? Tribi avijnataihi. He says, you get from 3 of them. And also get from 3 who are unrecognized by others. Pritak pritak. Get from 3. You know, in modern management research, we use a word called triangulation. What we say is, I mean, it's a very nice principle. Suppose I'll give you a simple example, because instead of using all these words, technical words, I'll give a simple example, then you'll understand the value of this. Suppose I am interested in knowing what is the market share for a company. You know what I will do? I will first do some quick rule of thumb, and some data will be there. I'll just put together and say, oh, 20%. Johnson & Johnson market share is 20%. I will come with some quick calculation in some way. Now, one principle we always follow is what is called triangulation. We say, get the answer from 3 directions and see whether all the 3 are matching. If all the 3 are matching, more or less you are right. It's a very nice way of making sensible estimates, decisions. It's called triangulation. So what I may do is, the second thing I will do is, I'll ask my marketing people to tell me, please tell what is the sales that you have understood from others and all that. He will come with another set of numbers. I will calculate that number and see what percentage is coming. Then I will go, and there will be some journal in which there will be some report. This says last year Johnson & Johnson was this market, something will. So there are 3 different sources. One I calculated, rule of thumb. Another, I asked my marketing people to do some calculation and they came with some number. Third, I looked at some report somewhere, somebody reported. I look at these 3. And if these 3 numbers are close to each other, I will have confidence to move forward. This is what we teach. It's called triangulation. That decision will be always right. That's exactly what Rama is saying here. He is saying, get from 3 people. Don't go by just one person. Get from 3 people, and the 3 people should not be known to each other. Look at the principle here. Tribi avijnataihi. Na vijnataihi, avijnataihi. Okay? Vesi tirthani charakaihi. That's such kind of intelligence gathering alone will make this job very well. Now, what are these 18 departments? That's the next question now. What are these? The second part is easy. Strangulation. Don't get information from one person, because that person would tell something which may be misleading. Therefore, get from 3 people. That is a better way. He also said get from 18 departments. So I checked what are these 18 departments. So the 18 departments are as follows. Okay. This is, first of all, the chief minister or the king. Paradesha, not Asmakam Paksha, Parapaksha. So the king or the chief minister or whatever. Then king's family priest. As I told you, he is very important. Kulaguru is more, because the king is going to listen to what he says. So you figure out what he is talking. He is the opinion maker. So you have to know what is going on there. So that is the second, which is family priest. Then crown prince. Okay, the prince, right? Then the generalissimo, the general, right? Then the chief warder. Then the chamberlain. You know, in a monarchy, the person most informed are those chamberlains. The equivalent of that is taxi driver, car drivers now. In modern parlance, they know everything because everything is discussed sitting at the back. Many people, I tell, many people don't discuss. I tell, sometime when I was a dean director, I said I will not discuss. There's some sensitive matters, unwittingly people discuss because he is party to everything now. In the same way, this chamberlain is the one, he is in the court. No? He is seeing everything, he is bringing people inside and all that. He says, Antapura. Superintendent of jails, Karagara Adhyakshaha, okay, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Dhanadhyakshaha, Treasury Officer or whatever you want to say, RBI Governor. If you take a modern parlance of that. The Herald is that person in the court. Chamberlain is the Antapura. This is in the courtroom. Okay. Raja Rajya Ajnaya Ajna Peshu Vakta. So he is party to a lot of things happening. So you have to keep track of him, what is happening. So then the government advocate, attorney general, we say, no. In the modern parlance, you have the equivalent of all of these. Attorney general, then the judge, chief justice. Because this 18, if you look at this 18, that gives a pulse of what is happening in the kingdom. That is what is really happening. Okay. Then the assessor, tax assessor, or CBDT, chairman CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, the equivalent of the modern word I am using actually. Officer disbursing salary to army. Okay, army is person who is giving money is the most valuable, respected person in the army, I think. So the officer disbursing salary to army. Officer drawing money from the exchequer. Expense secretary, not the revenue secretary, the expense secretary. City quota wala, because this is like your the commissioner of, because a lot of law and order things in the city they will know actually. So Nagara Rakshaha, border security force, protector of border of kingdom, BSF. Okay, ITBP, which is very important now because a lot of things happening on the China side and so on. ITBP kind of things. Then magistrate is different from judge. Magistrate is one who gives punishments. Judge is Nyayadisha. I mean, establishing the Chief Justice of India, I mean, higher level it goes there. A lot of things happen here. Volumes are here. So magistrate is, Dushtanam Dandana Adhikari. Correct? Then conservator of water, hills, forest, etc. This Reddy problem would have never come. This mining iron left, right, center. Look at the foresight of this shloka here. This natural wealth, you know how much of sand is being swindled in Tamil Nadu and all these riverbeds in all the states. Politicians are hand in glove with that. Natural wealth is being stolen away. That's why he says conservator of water, hills for, if they can establish 18 departments like this and then put checks and balances in modern parlance, a lot of corruption would have been, I think our Lokapal and all those people must look at these shlokas. Beautifully 18 departments are mentioned here. Because there is a tendency to steal the natural wealth. That's why the last item is coming. Yeah. Very hard. That's why look at their foresight in choosing the departments. What the psychology has gone behind these 18 departments that they are talking. No, I just put it like this. I put it in, just bulleted it. Totally it is 18. Now the 15 is, so this is for the foreign country. In your own country, delete the first 3, remaining 15. Don't spy on your own king. That is not going to work. Right? So, Swapakshe Dashapancha Cha. That 15 is starting from item 3 here, item 4 here, and goes up to the second pankti also. Look at the foresight of this shloka. What kind of checks and balances you must keep? How do you make sure that, this tendency to all that is balanced out? That's what he is talking about. Very nice shloka actually. Then comes some descriptions on marks of a great city. Okay, look at this shloka. It says, Virai Radhyushitam Purvam Asmakam Tata Purvakaihi Satyanabam Tridadwaram Hastyashvarata Sankulam Brahmane Kshatriyair Vaishyaih Swakarma Niratai Sada Jitendriyair Mahotsahaih Vritamarye Sahasrashah Prasadair Vividakarai Vritam Vaidya Janakulam Kaschit Sumuditam Spitam Ayodhyam Parirakshasi. He describes how Ayodhya should be. And are you protecting that Ayodhya? That is the question he is asking. Now he is talking about Ayodhya. In other words, he is talking about the capital city now. Now, what are all things he is saying? He is saying, Virehi Uddushitam. Purvam Asmakam Virehi Uddushitam. Tata Purvakaihi. This city was nourished, nurtured, brought out by our ancestors. They have brought it in a particular way. Understand that first. Because there is this huge tendency, I am seeing it not only in cities. I find there are some temples which are being demolished and rebuilt. I am not a great lover of that. Because we are demolishing history and timestamp. And then they put, somehow, personally, I am not very, the heritage must be preserved at all costs and it be taken. So that is what he is communicating here first. First, understand there is value to this time tested heritage that speaks of our past in many ways. They are the real monuments. In many ways, they communicate without verbal communication. So he says, Asmabhihi Purvakaihi Samyak Udyushitam. Understand that. Don't completely change this and that and get something new. That is the implied thing there. First, Satyanabam, true to Satyanamam, true to its name. It is a great city. Dridadwaram. It is well protected by, firmly it is protected. Dridadwaraha. Dridadwaram. Hasti, Ashwa, Ratha, Sankulam. Hasti is elephant, Ashwa is horse, Ratha is chariot. What it says is, its security is well preserved. There is no worry of fear of anything, of any adversarial thing that can happen on the city. Okay? Hasti, Ashwa, Ratha, Sankulam. Then look at the next line. Brahmanaihi, Kshatriyaihi, Vaishyaihi, Swakarma Nirataihi Sada. A city must be a very peaceful place for people to engage in what they have to do. Enable that. That is a mark of a great city. Each has their own role to play. They should be, without fear or favor, very comfortably, they should be able to do what they have to do. There should not be any kind of this, adversarial things and things which disturb me. So, Swakarma Nirataihi Sada. They are not worried. They are very peaceful. They have their own line of thought and business and things to do, and they do. Vaishyaha, what they have to do, let them do. Kshatriyaha, what they have to do, let them do. Brahmanaha, what they have to do, let them do. If all the three, they do all that, the Karmakaraha will do what they have to do. That is implied. Because they provide the leadership for the employees in many ways. So, can a city ensure that? Those are the marks of a city. Not whether you have, how many tall buildings you have. That it's never spoken. They're also coming a little bit at the back. But these are very important. Then he says, Jitendriyaihi mahotsahaihi vritam aryaihi sahasrashah. This city is the culmination of some of the greatest people. Thousands of great people. Who are these great people? Aryaihi, Jitendriyaihi. They will bring balance to the city. Jitendriyaha. They are not going to be easily tossed by these, small little temptations here and there. Such people bring balance to the city. The first line, it talks about people who are into the thick of activity. The second line talks about people who are nothing but wise, people who are nothing but wisdom. Such people must be there in the city. They bring balance to the city. When something happens, they bring balance to the city. So he says, Jitendriyaihi mahotsahaihi, mahan utsahaha vartate. Aryaihi sahasrashah. Thousands of such people must be there in the city. That city is good. Prasadaihi vividakaraihi vritam vaidya janakulam prasadaihi vividakaraihi. Good buildings. Different types of buildings, aesthetically nice buildings, let them all be there. They are put in the order, pecking order, little down. But they are also there. Okay? So he says, prasadaihi vividakaraihi vritam vaidya janakulam. Here, vaidya jana is not, here the meaning is different. Ye viduhu te vaidyaha. It's actually a tadita. Knowledgeable people. That is the vaidya here. It is not the health. There it was health. Here the interpretation is not that. Vaidya jana akulam. A lot of wise people around. Nice buildings, nice different types of buildings. Lot of wise people who are all part of it. Kasit samuditam spitam. Samuditam. It's all cheerful. Spitam prosperous. Ayodhyam parirakshasi. Are you able to maintain Ayodhya like this? By asking this question, he has described what a good city is all about. That is how he brought, so our smart city project also must look at this and say, do we have these lakshanas of a great city? Then he talks about not only the capital city, because this is the biggest problem in modern governance. Karnataka andre Bangalore nalli ella agate. You go 50 kilometers away from Bangalore, there is not much happening. Similarly, we take India, national capital region. Take Tamil Nadu, only Madras, like that. So he talks about not only just this, he spreads it. So I call it urban development and citizen welfare, because such issues are there in this shloka. So what does it say? Kaschit chaitya shatai jushtaha sunivishta janakulaha devasthanai prabhabhischa tatakaischopashobitaha prahrishta naranarikaha samajotsav sukrushta sima pashuman himsabi parivarjitaha adeva matriko ramyaha shopadai parivarjitaha parityakto bhayai sarvai kanibhischopashobitaha vivarjito narai papai mama purvai surakshitaha kasjit janapada spitaha sukam vasati raghava. Now he is talking about Janapada, not about the city. Janapada is where a lot of people live, which is, you are stretching out of the city now. So the first set of shlokas talked about big city. Second set of shlokas talks about Mofussil area, not the city area, Janapada. That's why last line in this set of shlokas is says, Kaschit Janapataha Spitaha Sukam Vasati. Are people peacefully living in urban and Mofussil areas? And again, all those are there. He says, Kaschit Chaitya Shatai Jushtaha. Well, the good people, Sunivishta Janakula, Sunivishta, with the right kind of thinking and the right kind of purpose and all that, such kind of people are there, right? Devasthanaihi, lot of temples are very important. Devasthanaihi prapabhischa tatakaischa upashobitaha. Lot of water bodies are required. Our greatest contribution in Bangalore in the last 20 years is they've destroyed all the water bodies, and there is a format to it. First, dry up the lake, make it a Parambo, and then the MLA takes it and becomes a Karorpati. This is the model. Huh? Yeah. But Bangalore had some 3,000 lakes. I am particularly saying because 3,000. Sir, just in front of IAM, there was a lake. And there's a petrol bunk after that Rajakalwe, there was a lake. 2 lakes I know here itself after I came only 25 years back. So 27 years back, I found those lakes. Not gone. There is nothing. Lake. Very, so, Tatakaischa Upashobitaha, Pragishta Naranarikaha. Nara Narikaha Pragishtaha. They are happy. The ladies and the gents are very happy. Naranarikaha Pragishtaha. Samaja Utsava Shobitaha. Lot of social festivals. There today in villages still it is happening. Well, I think some of these have not been drying up that easily. It is still happening. Only the big cities we have given up all the culture in the name of some modernity. So he says, Samaja Utsava Shobitaha. Sukrishta Sima Pashuman Himsabihi Parivarjitaha. All these borders are all well. All kinds of pashus, other kind of animals are not generating any fear. Things are kept under control. Parivarjitaha. Aveda matriko ramyaha swapadai parivarjitaha. He says that Aveda makritaha is the agriculture land. Avedam is agricultural actually. So you have nice agricultural lands, right? Swapadaihi parivarjitaha. The animals which come and eat away all these agricultural produce, they are all kept away, which means things happen very well. The food security is also taken care. That's a Swapadai Parivarjitaha. Parityaktaha Bayehi Sarvaihi. People are rid of fear. It's very, very important. Parityaktaha Bayehi Sarvaihi. Kanibis Upashobitaha, right? Kanibis Upashobitaha, which is with a lot of mines. Kani is mines, because natural wealth for some of the things. Kanibis Upashobishitaha. Vivarchitaha Narai Papaihi. People are rid of sins. So when things are very well, security is there, enough to eat, I'm able to do what I am supposed to, make my living. If all these happen, the chances of crimes will have to come down. There is no purpose for crimes. Today there is purpose for crimes because the politician says, I will take some thousands and thousands of crores and then go away and then leave all these. That's why all these happening. So he says, Vivarjitaha Narai Papaihi. Mama Purvai, that is how my ancestors have protected this land, developed this land like that. So are you doing that? So like that, he's talking about these urban areas, out of the cities, such kind of shlokas are there. Then there are some shlokas on business development and economic growth. Actually, there are shlokas like that. Look at here. Kaschit te dayita sarve Krishigo Raksha Jivinaha Vartayam Samshritastata Loko Hisuka Medhate. See, Krishi Go Rakshana is an indication of economic activity at that time. Because it was an agrarian economy. You should replace it with, the development of factory. There is the equivalent word you have to use. But the moment this word is used, Krishi Go Raksha Jivinaha, which means the traders, the people who run the economic development. That's why these Chatur ashramas are so beautifully actually conceptualized. They have vitiated it in many ways. They thought all the 4 are very important pillars. Somebody must bring knowledge, somebody must protect, somebody must bring trade, somebody must partake in the physical work. With none, even if you remove one of the legs, the thing will fall. So he says, Daita Sarve, they are all very important people. Who? Krishi Go Raksha Jivinaha. Vartayam Shamshitaha Tata Lokahi Sukamedate. Only in their prosperity lies the prosperity of the world. Understand that. They are a very critical link for the society. Don't underestimate, is what he is saying. Then he says, Tesham Gupta Pariharaihi Kaschite Bharanam Kritam Rakshya Hiragya Dharmena Sarve Vishaya Vasinaha. Tesham, such business people, those who bring that element of prosperity which is required for the society. Gupta Pariharehi. Gupta means which is unmanifested. Gupta is secret is one meaning. Another is unexpected adversary. Suddenly some adversaries, there is Gupta. It was not known. Some calamities, some adversaries can happen. Have you done parihara for that? You have to take care. Correct. So, exactly. Non-market. Non-market. Daivam Chatra Pancham. So, certain adversities can happen. Are you taking care? Because this is the ease of doing business. This is one way of ease of doing business, actually. Make it little comfortable for them. Otherwise, things are not going to work. Kachite Bharanam Kritam. Have you done maintenance of all these properly? Because they are very important leg of the society. So have you taken care of that? Right? Rakshyahi Rajna Dharme Sarve Vishayavasinaha. You must protect all these people must be protected with dharma because they bring that critical element of value to the society. Have you taken care of all that? Which means, make business easy for them to do. Ease of doing business is very important. Take care of them. Adversities are there. You have to have a safety net for all that. Have you done all that? Those kinds of things are coming through these shlokas.